One of the founding constructs to the work that we do comes from a belief that I carry, and that belief is that we all came to the world with a sense of spirit. We knew who we were in the beginning, and we knew that not only did we know who we are, but in that knowing of who we are, we knew our gift that we had to give to the world, that we had this purpose to give this gift to the world. And then life happened. Life happened, and we had to start learning how to deal with the stuff of life. We had to learn how to survive all the things that life was going to throw upon us. And it's in this learning how to survive that we created a new sense of identity for ourselves. And created is exactly what we did. We made it up. It's not the truth. We just made it up the best that we could at the time so that we could know how to deal with the things that were showing up in our life. Well, it's in this created sense of identity that we get trapped and into having to feed the sense of identity with validating it with our activities and protecting it from threats. Fear, anger, guilt, those sorts of things are emotions that we have that were designed into us by nature in order for us to deal with the threats of the world. And these threats often aren't real in terms of physical threats. Often what they are is threats to our sense of who we are, this created sense of identity. Once we learn how to step out of that, identity, recognize how it's actually showing up in our world in real ways, and learn how to step out of it, and learn how to step into this deeper truth of who we are that we came with in the beginning, then there's huge freedom in that. There's huge flexibility in that. We can see the world through very different eyes, and in the process of seeing the world through those different eyes, be able to find ways of bringing meaning to our life by delivering that gift back to the world again. So for people who are considering retiring, for people who are considering selling their business or passing their business along, one of the big scary questions is, wow, what's on the other side of this? Because I got so much invested in this concept of who I am, and I built this whole business up around validating my sense of self. And I'm going to let go of that, and I'm scared to death. And that makes perfect sense when you think about it in that way. But if you can find a different truth to yourself, the real truth to yourself, then it's not so important to carry that sense of identity along anymore. And we can now move off into the world and use all the knowledge, all the skills that we've been developing over our career in new ways that actually is bringing greater meaning and perhaps is even doing something good for the world in the process of doing that.